Heyo, and what is up, gang? Thank you so much for joining us here on the channel again today for your official Smackdown Live review on the one and only hottest new wrestling show in all the YouTube wrestling community, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. And this Smackdown Live completely sucked big hairy balls, and we are going to talk about why right here, right now, on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Let's do this.
The Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
This video is sponsored in part by Clutch Chairs. Clutch Chairs is the ultimate gaming chair and is the official game chair of the WWE and offers a wide selection of chairs featuring WWE Superstar logos. Click our exclusive link in the description below to see if your favorite superstar has one or for more information. Clutch Chairs. Level up your comfort. Alright everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show right here on Sledgehammer TV. My name is Nick Nightmare. This, as you know already, and if you don't know, now you know, is Blue, the Snowball Microphone, the world heavyweight champion of microphones, and we are here to tear down the wall. We are going to bring the hammer down on tonight's episode of Smackdown Live from somewhere in fucking Arkansas. Does it really even matter? Because I don't think anybody even showed up to this show. This crowd was pathetic, just like the crowd that decided to show up on Monday Night Raw's show, and it was just a continuation of more of the same. It was absolutely fucking bullshit, this show, right from the onset. They started off the show announcing the main event, which was a very lackluster main event. They announced Jinder Mahal and Rusev versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Randy Orton. Now that was mistake number one, because who the hell gives a shit about that match? There's nothing that makes me interested about that match whatsoever. I could care less what happens in it already. And then after you announce this match, you go along to start the show with the segment to book the match. The match is already booked. That was a useless segment. We didn't have to see Jinder Mahal or Shinsuke or Randy Orton or Rusev or any of them until the end of the show, because you started off the show telling us this was the main event. There was no need for you to establish the main event in the opening segment. It was already booked. Holy shit. How stupid are you? A waste of 15 minutes. Jinder Mahal said nothing worth anything, as always. Randy Orton, who gives a shit? You brought Shinsuke Nakamura out twice in one night. Now not only are you overusing him on a weekly basis, you're overusing him on one show. Absolutely dreadful. Fucking dreadful. And the fact that they have got me to not care about Shinsuke Nakamura coming out on Smackdown Live is a fucking shame. And they should be ashamed of themselves for the way they... How could I not be excited for Shinsuke Nakamura? I bought all his merch when he was down in NXT. I could not wait to see him up here. And all I could say was, oh, I hope he goes to Smackdown Live. Why? Why did I hope that? Maybe he would be better off on Raw. What the hell is going on? Unfucking believable. I couldn't take it. Who cared? I didn't care. Arkansas didn't care. They barely even reacted. We wouldn't even know because we barely got to see the guy even come out if you're watching home on TV. What the fuck are they doing over there? Absolutely horrendous start. And then they make it even worse by, as soon as this whole segment ends, they announce one-on-one next week, Orton versus Nakamura for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Why? Why is Randy Orton being considered in any way for a World Championship title run? Why? Because he beat Rusev in 9 seconds? Why? That makes zero sense. Shinsuke Nakamura was screwed out of both of his World Championship opportunities twice. Yeah, he was pinned, but it was due to interference by the little singlets on the outside. And doesn't he automatically have a rematch for the championship? Shouldn't that have already been addressed by the general manager or the commissioner? Shinsuke's been screwed over twice. He shouldn't have to re-earn a shot that he already has. Absolute fucking nonsense. It makes zero sense. And then my logical brain even goes further and digs even deeper and says, why the hell would they give away a match that is very big? It could have great magnitude. Randy Orton versus Shinsuke Nakamura. But you're essentially doing the same thing you did with John Cena. And you're announcing it like a week prior, giving it no build, no real reason behind it other than this stupid chance for the heavyweight championship that Shinsuke Nakamura already has a claim on. Is any of this making sense to you guys? And now you're giving it away on SmackDown for free. You give this angle time, you turn Randy Orton fucking heel already. If that's where they started this at the end of the show tonight, if that's the beginning of this, then maybe I'll be a little more piqued with my interest, because good guy Randy Orton makes me want to vomit. He makes me physically ill because it's just so disingenuous. He just doesn't mean anything he does when he's a good guy. Randy Orton is a natural bad guy. We all know it. We're tired of this Randy Orton. Turn him heel at least before you do this. Don't do it in just one magical instance. And now we have to assume, leading into next week's show, that Randy Orton's heel? Or is that what we're to assume? We'll get to that a little bit more later. But again, this whole opening segment, fucking ridiculous. And it just started this show off very poorly and set me already in a bad mood. And they did only one thing to make me happy on this whole entire show, and then took it away from me. Like they took a delicious bowl of ice cream and they took all my favorite flavors, right? They got the vanilla, because I'm a kind of a plain vanilla guy. They got some caramel syrup on top. They put some fucking nuts and cherries and all kinds of fucking great stuff. All my favorite things. A little English toffee cruffled up, you know what I'm saying? Get that little crunchy shit in your teeth. And then they take it away from me. Before they gave me one spoonful. I take one spoon. Delish. I'll thank you for this bowl of ice cream. And then you fucking took it from me. We'll get to that in just a minute. After this, we had the debut of Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable versus The Ascension. Now, great debut for these guys. I love this team. I think it's going to be great. I loved the song. They had a great entrance theme. If you didn't notice, their Titantron actually was made in the style of the old school Raw lettering, old school Raw graphics. You know, I really dug that. If you missed that, go back and check it out, because it is. It's the old school Raw letters. And this match versus The Ascension was nothing but a foregone conclusion that Gable and Benjamin was going to win. Nothing overly impressive in this debut. I will say that Shelton Benjamin looked fucking great. He looks like he hasn't stopped wrestling for a single minute. He picked up right where he left off. His athleticism and his agility is still off the charts. This guy's got to be in his mid to late 30s. I got to give it up to him. He is performing at a great level. In his first outing here, you have no complaints from me as far as the wrestling goes. The complaint comes with the fact that you gave these guys 10 minutes, 4 of which went to a commercial break, in which almost during the entirety of the commercial break, Connor had Chad Gable in a headlock on the floor. Is that what they told them to do? Oh, you're in commercial. Just slow down the action and don't do anything. We're still able to see. You have the picture-in-picture. Don't you know that? Why did you bring that match down to a grind? It was really starting to get up. And then it was Chad Gable's job to just get his ass beat until Benjamin gets the hot tag. And then my only real complaint about this whole thing is there was no real big tag team maneuver at the end. I figured some type of real big double team impactful finish was going to debut tonight. Maybe they need a couple of weeks to come up with it. I don't know. But this match would end with Chad Gable shoving Victor into, I guess, of what the hell was it? It looked kind of like a code breaker, but I don't think it was. I think it was more of a face buster to the mat, and then Benjamin gets the 1, 2, 3. Who didn't know the Ascension was going to lose? I thought for a minute we were actually going to get to see a good match for the Ascension as well, but all we really got was a 10-minute squash of the Ascension. They really didn't get much offense off. They were told to keep it probably down to a grind, because that's what it felt like. This match was a grind. And by the time we got to the end, a couple of nice spots, and it was over. Good debut for Benja Gable, and bad news as always for the Ascension, as their descension just continues to go deeper and deeper in their fucking career, and it's a goddamn shame. After this, here we go with my ice cream bowl. Alright, here we go. This is where I already am annoyed with the United States Championship Open Challenge situation. We have Baron Corbin in the back. He says, John Cena, blah, 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 cost me this and that, whatever the fuck he said, because I don't care anymore when Baron Corbin's on my screen. The most important thing he said was that perhaps he's going to threaten to cash in on the opportunity for a U.S. title open challenge. And I immediately was like, please don't. Please just don't. Go the fuck away. Go back to catering, go back to NXT, because a hard reset is needed, and I don't want to see you anywhere near a title belt right now. You're a fucking shame. You're an embarrassment to pro wrestling. Whether they booked it that way or not, that's how you are viewed. You are viewed by that way by me and everybody else in the goddamn wrestling world that has 3/4 of a brain. Maybe even half a brain, I'll give you that much. Come on now. Who wants to see Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles and give him an opportunity at a title for what? I know it's an open challenge and anybody can answer it, but that is not who we want to see. I'm going into this anticipating another waste of this fantastic angle that AJ Styles could be putting on great match after great match with guys like Ty Dillinger, who would be the official person to answer the call of the champion when he came out and started the AJ Styles Open Challenge. And when it was answered by Ty Dillinger, I marked out. I marked out in my chair. I was like, whoa, because now we're expecting Baron Corbin to come out, and they throw Dillinger out there. But then immediately in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, on his way to the ring, Baron Corbin's going to come out and just take him out and then take the spot. Fortunately, that's not what happened here. Baron Corbin comes out and looks like an asshole again, because why not just come out and take Ty Dillinger out? Why are you coming out there to have a fucking conversation and to have a debate? Hey, I said I was going in there. This is my match. Just punch him in the mouth. Hit him with a steel chair. Throw him into the ramp. Do something. No, you make him look stupid again. Hey, this is my match. What are you doing? I almost threw up in my mouth. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting way to book this thing. However, like I said, I was happy with the fact that Dillinger would not allow Baron Corbin to stop him from taking this chance from him, even though Corbin would get a little bit of an attack in on the beginning. Dillinger would fight back, make his way into the ring, get the referee to ring the bell. This match would begin, and now I'm ready. I'm like, this is going to be great. But in the back of my mind, again, I know Corbin's on the outside. And I expected for this big goon to get in the ring and fuck up everything for Ty Dillinger, which would maybe lead to a program between the two of them. But that's not what happened here either. We got a 3-minute squash-style victory on Ty Dillinger by AJ Styles. It looked like he wasn't even trying. Ty Dillinger was not hurt enough or did not seem out of enough energy or out of power or hurt at all by the preliminary attack made on him by Baron Corbin. He looked like he was capable enough and ready to go. Nothing was really hit by AJ Styles for you to believe that he would tap out so quickly. I know the calf crusher is a brutal fucking move, and you probably would tap out to it right from the beginning of the match, but that was a terrible way to book this match. Instead of giving us 15 stupid fucking minutes of Jinder Mahal getting the Singh midgets to kiss his feet, and then Shinsuke coming out, and Randy, and Rusev, and all that shit at the beginning, this should have been the beginning. Should have started the show with Styles coming out with his open challenge. Let Ty Dillinger be the challenger. Give them 15 minutes. Guarantee you, motherfucker, these guys would have gave you the match of the night. Maybe even match of the month. Possibly even match of the year. Ty Dillinger is so hungry, and if you would have given him that opportunity and given him time to wrestle a proper match with the fucking best wrestler in the world today, it would have been something to see. But instead, we get shenanigans. We get fucking tomfoolery by Baron Corbin and the rest of the guys. And then we get a quick flash submission victory. And then we get Ty Dillinger further destroyed by Baron Corbin. After the match, AJ Styles in the ring remains the United States champion. This whole segment went to shit. How you could go from so great to so bad in a matter of 3 minutes is just astounding. It's absolutely astounding to me. Complete and total fucking failure. Failure. Give me that match. Tease it to me. It just gets started. It looks like it's going to be good. And then take it away. Just like my caramel English toffee bit fucking cherry on top whipped cream ice cream that I so lovely described to you guys before. That's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt like. Does that just sound like it's going to feel good to you? Think of your most delicious, tasty treat that you love. And here I go. I have it right here. Perhaps it's a vanilla wafer, which I happen to have right here. Perhaps it's one of these. Maybe this is what you love, right? You love this. I know you do. Do you want to have it? You can't. Because I said so. That's the WWE. Right there. In a fucking cookie shell. Unbelievable. Let's move along before we start talking about this for another 20 minutes. Jinder and Rusev in the back. Absolutely fucking useless segment. The only good thing coming out of this was Rusev telling Jinder Mahal, "We are not friends, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy." Pretty much. It says when this is done, I'm coming after that. Which is pointing to the World Heavyweight Championship. Which is one of the only moments that the crowd actually made some noise. You heard some people were like, "Oh yeah, hey Rusev, hey yeah, I'll watch that." But that was it. And Rusev walks away. Done. But I have no faith in them to do anything good with that, even if they booked that match. Look at what they just did to Ty Dillinger. What do you think they're gonna do to Rusev? They haven't proved that they are over all this shit with Rusev as it is. It's useless. Fucking useless. Mike Kanellis reappeared from out of fucking nowhere. Holy cow, where did this guy come from? He's been missing in action for fucking weeks. They just pull him out of the back and say, "Hey, why don't you go out here and take a loss for the glorious Bobby Roode," who he would be fighting tonight. And I didn't understand this match at all. This booking makes no sense to me. Is Bobby being booked as a good guy? Is Bobby Roode being booked as a face? Because that's going to get old quickly. Bobby Roode, much like Randy Orton, is a much more effective heel than a face. And the gimmick, the glorious gimmick, it calls to be an arrogant prick. I'm glorious. I'm better than you. It's not supposed to be, "Hey, sing along with me." You're going to sing along with him whether he's good or bad. That's what we did in NXT. It didn't matter how much of a prick he was and what he did to people and how vicious he was. It's a natural heel. So, typical WWE, let's go against the grain. Let's go against the grain and book him as a good guy. We'll give him a bunch of bad guys to beat to get him over, and then we'll turn him. At least I hope. But having him do that and giving us a turn in this character is unnecessary. The character was already established. Changing anything is risking losing all the momentum you have for this one-of-a-kind superstar. And what does it say about Mike Kanellis? Here's a guy that just had a real big debut, right? You give him the big entrance, right? He's got the beautiful wife. They got a great little story going on. You just kind of kicked it off, and then you disappear from TV. We've heard about Mike Kanellis' drug addiction problems and whatnot, but how bad could it be if they put him on Wrestling Tonight? He's in rehab right now. They put him on the show tonight to take a loss to Bobby Roode. Not that I mind Bobby Roode winning. It just doesn't make sense to me. What was accomplished for either superstar in this match other than getting Bobby Roode a win? A win that he could have got against anybody on that roster. Makes no sense. Once again, the whole fucking show makes no sense. Bobby Roode wins this one. Glorious DDT. The crowd only came alive in this section when they were prompted to. You know, the glorious theme music hit, and I've never heard such a low reaction. There were people singing, but it was nowhere near what you could hear when he did his thing at NXT. And pretty much just go put on any NXT event where Bobby Roode is there. You will hear an insane reaction. His debut at the Barclays, insane reaction. This was just a stupid casual crowd reaction. The fans that have been watching and want to sing along got up and sang along, and then they did the glorious when Bobby Roode prompted them to, like a bunch of puppets. And that was the extent of it. The rest of the time they were all sitting on their fucking hands while talking to each other about milking the cows back home, because I don't know what the fuck else they were going to do. Maybe they were concerned about where they were going to eat after the show, as I've been seeing at live events the more and more I go. Especially as you get towards the middle or the end of the event, you got people on their phones pulling up fucking Pizza Hut and McDonald's fucking menus. Is that what's going on everywhere around the world? Eat a salad, people. Take it easy, will you? Holy shit. Aiden English is singing in the ring after this, and he gets interrupted by Kevin Owens. And I was very thankful that Kevin Owens did this. But the only reason he did this was to complain about Shane McMahon's involvement in his matchup with AJ Styles, which cost him the United States Championship. Shane came out to address the situation and defend himself, and tells Owens pretty much to get lost. He says, get out of here. You're done. You lost. I want this match to resume, and we would have Aiden English facing off against Sami Zayn, which was the scheduled match before Owens would come out to ruin it. And this match would barely get started, and Kevin Owens would go on commentary only to come back to the ring, steal the referee shirt from the little referee, force himself into the referee's position, and cost Sami Zayn the match, hitting him with a pop-up powerbomb and nailing him with a fast count. Aiden English gets the win. Let's bury Sami a little further. You know, nobody cares about the little taxi driver from Syria. They don't give a shit about him, and it's unfortunate. Unless this is a lead-in to another feud with Kevin Owens, and they're going to probably have Sami Zayn stand in for Shane McMahon on the road to this culminating feud at Survivor Series between Team Shane and Team Owens, which is very highly rumored to actually be happening. You know, I like the whole Kevin Owens as the ref thing. I thought it was entertaining. It made me laugh. Kevin Owens is fucking great. I didn't care for Sami losing this match, but as soon as Owens donned the stripes, you already knew that Sami was not coming out in good shape. I didn't think he was going to go all out and actually pop a powerbomb him, but that's what we got, and Shane McMahon did not take too kindly to this. He says he is going to address the situation, but we did not get any further news on that for the rest of this show. Dolph Ziggler. If you watched my review last week, you will know that I forgot to mention Dolph Ziggler's promo that certain people are getting all excited about, and I want everybody to fucking calm down. Alright? Because the reason I didn't mention it is because I forgot. And the reason I forgot is because it doesn't matter. Dolph Ziggler is a done deal. And the fact that they would show him 2 weeks in a row and make him pretty much perform the exact same promo is only showing you that they don't know where they're going. Dolph Ziggler last week would go off on everybody's gimmick, say, oh, I bust my ass, I don't know what I gotta do, do I have to glow in the dark, do I have to get a beautiful woman, do I have to play guitar, do I have to throw myself all in paint? Taking shots pretty much at everybody who's getting over right now. Saying, I've been here this long and blah, 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 the whole fucking spiel. Tells the girl last week, next week, you're going to see the new Dolph Ziggler. Alright, Fine, whatever. And then this week, you pull the same promo. He got a little bit more edgy. He called Finn Balor a charisma vacuum. Ooh. Could be a charisma vacuum all he wants. He outsells you 300-1, hands down, Mr. Ziggler right now. Plus, he's better than you. As good as you are, Finn Balor's better than you. You know it. Calm down. All right? Let's be real for a second, Dolph. You've done nothing for all these years. They've tried and tried again. You've relaunched yourself how many times now? This relaunch is going to be no different. And this promo tonight, which was pretty much a repeat, I feel like they took the same exact segment and brought it over to this week's segment and just edited it in live, even though it's not possible, because he referenced last week's promo, and he's like, oh, you're not going to get that because you're in Arkansas, so you're going to get it next week. Is this where we're going? Are we going down this Eva Marie type bullshit road where every week he's going to come out dressed normally and cut some stupid, borderline edgy promo that's pretty much going to be the same rhetoric he said the week before and continue to delay it and delay it and delay it? Maybe he'll do that until his contract expires, and then he goes to New Japan and makes a lot of money and gets out of the WWE. Because under the WWE's banner, I hate Dolph Ziggler now. He was so good. He really is everything he says he is. It's not that what he's saying isn't the truth, but coming from him and seeing how he's trying very hard to not read the cards, and he's trying very hard to sound more angry than he really is, because he probably really doesn't give a shit anymore, and he's going to hang it up as soon as he can. I didn't buy it. You didn't sell me on it. Not one fucking bit. I could care less about what's going to happen with Dolph Ziggler unless he decides to leave this company. After this, we get the New Day versus the Usos, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine with me. The stipulation being that the winner is going to be able to pick the stipulation for their upcoming championship rematch. Okay, I dig it. Xavier Woods comes down. He's wearing an It's Sore sign on his chest, which made me fucking laugh out loud, because he's obviously fourth wall nudging everybody. Yeah, you know, I'm hurt, but it's sore. I'm good. Not going to be anything major. Just chuckled at that a little bit. Definitely the best sign I saw at the show, around the neck of one of the superstars. Great job, Arkansas. That being said, this match was confusing to me as well, because one, it was way too short. It was much shorter than I anticipated. These guys got great chemistry in the ring, and they've been able to pull off some really good matches as this feud has been progressing. And having Kofi Kingston and Big E being the entrance this time due to Xavier Woods' injury made it a lot more intriguing, but they did not give this match any time. They really didn't. As soon as it began, it was over. The Usos come out with the win, and they are going to pick the stipulation. There was no word on what that stipulation may be. We probably will find out on next week's horrendous edition of SmackDown Live. Then we have the worst fucking biggest waste of time I've seen on TV in a long time. They are starting this repush of Tamina with Lana as her manager, and they put her in there against some girl that I don't even think they said her full name once, and I don't remember what I heard, and it's not worth remembering. And I don't know who to really blame, and you can see the frustration on my face as I can't even figure it out. Whether it was really Tamina, who's not that talented, or this girl was just too green to actually take the simplest of bumps. This girl that was fighting Tamina tonight simply to get squashed couldn't even be thrown out of the ring right. She couldn't take the simplest of spots. You are held by the hair by your opponent. You are hurled in between the top and second ropes, rolling out to the floor. The simplest of things. I'm sure my 5-year-old daughter can do it very well. This girl couldn't even do that. Everything that happened in this waste of time was just brutal to watch. It hurt. Right down to Lana interrupting the match on the microphone, screaming for Tamina to crush. Why are we doing this? Why? Why is she not just put back with Rusev? Why? It's the same thing. And you know what? It's not going to get over with Tamina. Do you know why? Because Tamina much like Dolph Ziggler, has been around for over a decade, and she just doesn't connect with the fans. She has tried and tried and tried. Her Hall of Fame father's lineage is not one that lends to people being easily accepting of her. Many people are on the fence about how they feel about Jimmy Snuka because of his personal problems. Maybe that has something to do with it, but Tamina just is not working. You tried. Actually, you're trying too late, is what I was going to say. It's too late for some of these people, and Tamina's one of them. Tonight's match was not good. Not good. Absolutely god-awful. Something else that was god-awful was Carmella's promo in the back with the worthless James Ellsworth, which was so super scripted, it was absolutely disgusting. You can tell just in her delivery, you could see them looking off camera, trying to maintain their script. And then Natalya would get involved, which wouldn't help things. And then Naomi would get involved after that, pretty much telling Natty to watch her back. She's coming back for her title. She ain't got the glow. Waste. Absolute waste. Fashion Files was pretty good. You know, one of the better Fashion Files we had in a while. The last few installments were not that good. This one was pretty funny. They seem to believe that Aiden English is the culprit to the greatest crime that has ever been committed against Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Nice new t-shirts that they debuted. I wouldn't mind having a Breezango Fashion Police t-shirt. Nice, very nice. I did enjoy that. The whole segment, again, was kind of enjoyable. Fandango putting on 2 pairs of glasses at the end, being a complete goofball. Tyler Breeze, at the very least, thank God, wasn't dressed in fucking drag for once. I very much enjoyed the Fashion File segment, as we always do. No surprise there. What I didn't enjoy, again, was this fucking main event. This tag team main event was so useless, and I had absolutely zero investment in it, and I knew now, because all night you are now hyping next week's one-on-one Randy versus Shinsuke before they've even been able to be this team tonight. All you want to do is talk about next week. I can already see the writing on the wall. And sure as fucking shit, as soon as Shinsuke Nakamura makes the pinfall in this match, Randy Orton and Shinsuke celebrating in the ring, looks all copacetic, looks like the show's about to be over, and then Randy Orton, out of nowhere, hits an RKO. Can't be out of nowhere when you write yourself into such a predictable fucking spot. Everybody's seen that coming. Everybody's seen it coming the minute you announced that match. No hype, no build. It's just next week. It's going to happen. Make sure you watch SmackDown. Could have been one of the biggest matches in the history of the company. But we're going to do the same thing we did with the Cena match. We'll get it on SmackDown. We'll get it over with. Then we'll move Shinsuke Nakamura down the line. If Randy Orton wins this match, I am really legitimately going to lose my fucking mind on this show next week. I'm going to lose it. Absolutely fucking lose it. I want to lose it right now. Just thinking about the possibility of him winning next week is just, it's destroying everything. It would destroy everything that they've done for Shinsuke Nakamura. How much further down can you bring this man before you decide to give him this Phoenix-type rise to the top? This match wasn't worth talking about. It wasn't worth taking notes on. It was fucking stiff. It was boring. Who cares? Who fucking cares? This whole thing is going downhill quickly, and I can't wait for it to be over. And I can't believe I'm saying anything like that with a storyline and an angle involving the King of Strong Style. One of my favorite people to come up into the WWE in a long time, and he's just being ruined. This creative staff is trash. Whoever writes this shit is trash. This show tonight, trash. And that's it. That's going to do it, you guys. Thank you so much for checking us out here today. Don't forget to like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you are not already a member of the Sledgehammer Club. The Sledgehammer TV family is always welcoming new members, and we urge you to hit that subscribe button and become one of the family. Don't forget to light up the comment section. Let me know what you thought about tonight's SmackDown Live. Let me know what you think about what I thought. If you think I'm nuts, if you think I'm great, if you think I'm right on the money, I would love to hear it all right down below. Also down below, don't forget to check out the link in the description for Clutch Chairs. All you gotta do is click the link. There is no obligation other than that. Click the link and you are supporting the show. Just like you support the show each and every time you watch us here on YouTube. Don't forget, we had the first round of the Mae Young Classic. We have got all kinds of Mae Young Classic coverage right here on Sledgehammer TV, your central location for all things Mae Young Classic. We got 2 episodes of the preview show. We got 2 episodes of a review show, and we are going to continue to bring you the ongoing coverage of the Mae Young Classic as it happens. Next Monday, we're going to have NXT tomorrow night. I'm very, very excited. I believe tomorrow's going to be the first taping since SummerSlam, and we are going to see the debut of Adam Cole, baby! And I can't fucking wait to see that. Unfortunately, tomorrow is also the very, very last day of my vacation this year. I have had a fantastic 2 weeks, starting off with a ridiculously awesome SummerSlam weekend, leading me all the way up to tomorrow night's NXT show. More Mae Young Classic this Monday. Hopefully, we get a little bit better wrestling. I know we say that every week, but hopefully we get better and better, although it's not the case, for Raw and SmackDown. Thank you so much. That's going to do it, and I am out of here, and we will see you next time. I am Nick Nightmare. This is Blue the Snowball Microphone, and this has been the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show right here on Sledgehammer TV. Kick ass, you guys. We will see you next time.